I hate this gas cooktop. And at this point, I'm pretty sure it's not just this one specifically. I just hate cooking with gas. In our rental apartment where we used to live before we moved into my parents' house about 5 months ago, we had an induction cooktop. And so I've had a few years of experience cooking with that, and now I feel comfortable comparing the two. And let me tell you, there are quite a few issues that I have with gas, so let's talk about them in this video. First up, when it comes to the actual cooking, I find gas to be so annoyingly inefficient. Somehow, it manages to be at the same time too hot and not hot enough. And by the way, I have watched Adam Ragusia's videos on gas and induction cooking, so I'll link those below. I find them to be really helpful in understanding the more technical aspects of it and how the technology actually works. I'm not going to talk about that now, just the outcomes or the practical results of that I see in my cooking. So what I mean with the too hot and not hot enough. So with the too hot, it happens to me all the time that still, even now, after 5 months, I haven't gotten used to the fact that the pan gets really, really hot and it burns the food really easily. So especially with foods that I am frying, I guess, or things like pancakes, I have burned so many pancakes on this before I realized that I have to turn the heat way more down than what I was used to doing with the induction cooktop. Now I feel like I've gotten there, but still there are so many things that get burned just because there is a lot of heat that is not just going to the pan from the bottom, but kind of on the sides of all of the pans and pots, because you have the flame going like this, and so it's going everywhere, not just to the, again, bottom of the pot, but all around it, including all of the things like the handles of the pot. So I'll just, if I have this pot, I'm making something in this, I have now learned after some painful experiences that there is just no way that I can touch this handle with my bare hands, because it always gets so hot from all this like residual heat that's coming on the side of the pot. That has never happened to me with the induction cooktop. I was always able to, the handles were always completely, absolutely fine. And even these short handles on the pots, very often I was able to just hold the pot like this and nothing would really happen. And it's not just the pots themselves. Look at this. This is how much I've burnt these. I've also managed to burn this wooden spatula like this, and here as well. It's just in the beginning, I wasn't used to there being a flame everywhere. And so it really took me a while in the beginning to get used to the idea of everything around this whole space being really hot and kind of untouchable and dangerous. But then you have the flip side where things don't heat up quickly enough. And that is specifically when it comes to big pots of water. So if you're boiling some water for pasta, or if I'm boiling the water or trying to get it to simmer for a broth, or reducing sauces or things like that, it takes forever for that water to start boiling. What we have started doing is to actually just boil the water in our kettle and then just pour the boiling water into the pot and then keep it boiling. Because even on this, and I keep looking at this one, this is the biggest burner on here, it just takes like a good 10 minutes, if not more, for a big pot of pasta water to get it to a boil. And again, that is because it's so inefficient. The heat is escaping everywhere around. It's not just heating up the water inside the pot, it's heating up everything. which again, you don't have with the induction. The induction is going directly to the pot and only to the pot. It's not heating up the air and your entire kitchen, which by the way is another unpleasant side effect of this, that your kitchen gets really heat up, which maybe is not so unpleasant in the winter. That actually might even be an advantage. But now as we're entering summer, I'm like dreading cooking because of this, because I know it's going to increase the temperature in the house, which is already more than hot enough. And so these large pots with liquids take forever to get them to a boil, but then once they do, you can't really simmer anything in this because it doesn't get low enough. When you turn the burner on the lowest setting, it's still way too hot for that pot. And so when I'm making broth, it's ridiculous that I have to first use the big burner to get it to a simmer so that I don't have to wait for 30 minutes on one of these low burners to get it to that temperature. But then once it does get to the simmer, I have to then transition the big pot to the smallest burner and put that on the smallest setting to get a low enough temperature for the simmer to stay low. Because if you've watched my broth video, you know that you only want a very low simmer for a broth for many, many hours. And again, that was no issue for my induction cooktop. On there, I could have my broth pot on the biggest burner, have it on one of the higher settings to get it to a simmer, and then I wouldn't even turn it all the way down and it would still produce just a very low, nice simmer for the entire time that I needed it. So I feel like the cooking process is just a lot more stressful because of all these things for me, because I just have to be extra careful about everything. I have to be careful about touching all of the pots. I constantly need these to grab everything. I can't just move things around easily. I have to watch for not leaving any of the spoons, or even like if I leave a metal spoon in there, it will get super hot, of course, in the pot. I have to watch for all of the things to not be burning and not be boiling too quickly, or I have to wait a really long time for things to start to boil. So it's just, again, so inconvenient. It doesn't really make cooking easier at all. And then one last thing on the cooking, and I know that this is like specifically about this cooktop, you can see how it is designed, that there is just these like individual burners. And so what happens is that all of the pots and pans get very unstable. Let me see if I can show you. I'll pull out this one again. Like if I were to just put it a little bit off center, it's very easy to kind of like tip things over because it's just not stable enough. There isn't like a full grid that would keep this from being flat anywhere you put it. So I have to be careful about putting everything in the center, which again is just another thing that I have to keep on my mind when cooking on this gas cooktop. And this isn't everything. There is one other giant issue I have with this. So you're done cooking, right? And you are ready to clean. The induction cooktop is just one smooth surface. There is no buttons, nothing coming out of it. It's just one glass surface that is smooth. You wipe it down in 10 seconds and you're done. Everything is clean. This thing, I don't know how you guys clean this. If you have a gas cooktop, let me know if you have any tips for cleaning this, because it's driving me insane. Like you have to go around all of these, knobs, and you have to pick these up. And even when you do, you can't really get into there's all of these ridges and all of these different materials. Like this itself, this metal, it's just, well, what ends up happening is that I'm not cleaning this. So I'm cleaning this way less often than I did my induction cooktop, and I can really see the dirt. And it's bothering me a lot, but at the same time, it's so annoying to clean that I would rather choose to look at the dirty, cooktop than have to clean this, because I don't think I've ever managed to clean this to the same cleanliness point that I would my induction cooktop. With the induction, I would just take a wet towel, swipe it down, maybe once a day or every other day, every 3 days, whatever. And then if it got really dirty, I would just get like a glass cleaner and use that every, once a month or whatever, and be done with it. Here, if I'm using just like a wet towel, because it's so difficult to like get it off, it doesn't work. Like, I always feel like I need to use the glass cleaner, otherwise this just isn't getting cleaned. And so that concludes my rant about a gas cooktop. I'm very curious what you guys are going to tell me in the comments. What are the types of cooktops that you have experience with? I know that there is also the electric with like the electric coils. I have zero experience with those. I don't think they're very common in Europe in general. I live in the Czech Republic, by the way. And so I've never used that one, so I can't speak to that. But I feel like they might be somewhere in the middle between these two. I know with them, the issue is that they take a long time to like get it to start heating up and then also to cool down, which I guess is the same with both the gas cooktops and the induction. They react really quickly. You turn the button or you press a button on the induction, it immediately cools off or heats up. So let me know in the comments what your cooking experiences and preferences are in this area. And that will be it for today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.